Hello. So I was really feeling led to just quickly post this video. I haven't really shared this before, but there's an increasing attack on the youth and the younger people in this time. And I could have posted this a million times, but um, so I know there's a bunch of mental health stuff going. It's all over. But a lot of this is spiritual attacks, and it took me a long time. I had no idea a lot of these things, but the last few years I've really been learning. And the thoughts that come to our head, um, sometimes it's easy to recognize that they're not ours, because we'll even be like, I don't even feel like that. That's not even how I feel. Why am I thinking this? But thoughts are arrows from the enemy. So he's constantly throwing thoughts. They're just suggestions. And a lot of times, as my friend taught me, is we don't take them. And we know the Bible says that we can take every thought captive and bring it under the obedience of Jesus Christ. And we know that we resist the devil and he will flee. But sometimes those things can throw us off because it's so confusing. Like, where is this coming from? Or like, this isn't me. And when you feel like that, it really isn't. Those are darts and arrows from the enemy. They're attacks. But our thoughts come in so frequently, we often think they're our own thoughts. So what I wanted to share, though, was I actually, like in my teenage years, I had suicidal ideation. I had no idea. I didn't learn until I went through a program at almost 30 years old that was suicidal ideation. And I was like, I thought it was normal. I thought everyone had these thoughts. I never once shared them with anyone. They never came out. They just roamed around in my mind. Um, thoughts of not wanting to live, suicide. You might even see a visual of like how you could die, or how you could make yourself die, perhaps. Like I know there was one example once driving, and it was like I was imagining driving off the road, and I was like, but it never dawned on me that these weren't my thoughts. It would kind of be like, this seems crazy. Like if I ever shared this, but those aren't our thoughts, and usually that is a spirit. It can be within or without, but those are suggestions, and it's really rampant. There's things through the internet just by watching them and them going into your ears, your eyes, your mind. Those are portals to your soul, portals to your mind. And so I just wanted to share that those aren't your thoughts. And we know what the Bible says about those things, but sometimes they can throw us off, and we don't think in those times to take them captive, and you only have a split second to take them captive. So I just want to encourage you. Also, some of these things are not because of a specific event that's happened, or it's not you. It can be a generational thing that came through the bloodline. So you might even wonder, like, what's wrong with me, or why am I having these things? Like sometimes it's something that your parents or even before them dealt with, or some spirit that's come for generations and generations. So it's probably not your fault. Well, it's not your fault. And other things that happen, like maybe something happened that triggered this or opened a door for this type of spirit to come in. Maybe some trauma or rejection or anything like that can open a door. Anger, anything that people are always used to open doors. So it's not your fault, but it is vitally important to share. And it seems crazy, so it can just be as simple as like, I had these crazy thoughts, and like truly when you say it, you're like, this isn't me, and it's really not. So I just wanted to encourage you to share, because I never knew until someone told me, and I was like, oh, that's not normal. No, everyone has these thoughts. Did I begin to then realize, and then when the light and truth get shed on that, those things can diminish, and you can be shown how to get through those things. So I heard of someone recently, a terrible thing, and someone had taken their life, and I thought, my God, a lot of times we're living in darkness during that time because no one knows. So the enemy is just having his way, just roaring through our mind, and we're just so confused with that being us, or like just the weirdness of all of that. So I just wanted to share that. Many people have this, and the enemy is attacking. He's striking even for no reason. So I've learned some things about this. I just wanted to share. I felt really led to share because this is not uncommon, but it's not your fault. But it is important to share and get that enemy out in the light, and so that that can dissipate, because it can be a real struggle, and it doesn't have to be.